What's going on, guys? How's it going? Today I've got a few tips for you to help make your drone flying a little bit more enjoyable. First off, practice. Practice, practice, practice. I know you hear it from everybody, but it's the same as learning to ride your bike or learning to tie your shoes. Except not learning to tie your shoes probably won't get you crashed into the top of a tree. There's a few things that you can practice to make your skills improve dramatically. First, spend time practicing and learning your controls. It's pretty much the same as when you used to play video games. You looked at your hands more than you paid attention to the game because you weren't familiar with anything it was. Same thing here. You don't want to be fumbling around, accidentally hit the return to home button while you're underneath a canopy of trees and wind up inside the tree. Second, practice flying at low altitude just to familiarize yourself with the controls. You want to do left, right, up, down, rotate, strafe, learn all those, and that way once you get into an actual situation, you'll be that much better off. Batteries. You definitely want to get additional batteries because there's nothing worse than being 20 minutes into a flight and suddenly your system is beeping at you telling you playtime's over. The same as when you were a kid and you were running around the neighborhood playing. As soon as you got into a good game, your mom's calling for you to come home. Try to bypass that, pick up a couple of extra batteries, have them fully charged, ready to go, and that way, as soon as you get the warning, you land, you swap the batteries, and you keep on flying. Bonus points for picking up a car charger so that you can be on location, still charge your batteries, and keep on going pretty much all day long. Storage. Storage is a huge thing. You don't want to find out that you get to your location, you get in the air, you're ready to record this amazing landmark, this amazing scenery, and find out that you don't have a memory card or your memory card is completely full. I would suggest either a 32 gigabyte or 64 gigabyte card. That's pretty much the sweet spot. Anything smaller, you're going to constantly have to download the videos and then erase them so you can keep going. Anything bigger, you're probably going to end up putting so much stuff on there. Transferring the data is going to take an eternity.
Which is the way he wants it. Well, he gets it.
SD cards have come down so much in price, it wouldn't hurt to pick up one or two extras of those as well. When you're flying, the sticks are analog, so don't just crank it all the way to one side. You're going to go into a fast spin, you're going to climb too fast. Be smooth. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And you want your footage to be as cinematic as possible. So very slow, precise movements. Make sure that everything you do is with a purpose, and that'll help go ahead and make your scene a whole lot better. Your footage will be easier to edit, and everything will look a lot better. Pre-flight check. You might be willing to drive your car or your bicycle without giving it a once-over, but the stakes are a bit higher when you're flying a few hundred feet off the ground. You can't just pull over to the side of a cloud if you... Instead, you're going to watch in horror as your pride and joy does a quick impression of a meteor falling from the sky. To combat something like that happening, spend a few minutes going through a quick checklist. Before you power up the system, remove your gimbal cover. I've done this countless times. You don't want it to bind up the camera. The things you should check are make sure the propellers are secure and that they don't have any cracks or chips. You don't want them to come loose during flight because it's going to send the drone completely out of control and it's coming down. So you'll power on the transmitter first. Once it's powered up, turn on the drone itself. And watch to see that they confirm connections. Check your battery is secure in the drone. Make sure you've got a full charge on the controller and on the drone. Now, obviously, this is showing that I've got a low battery, but this is just for demonstration purposes. Make sure that you have the SD card actually installed, and then once you get into the system, you can look and verify that you have space on the card. You can format it from inside the software if need be. Check your weather conditions. You want to make sure it's not going to be too windy. Make sure you don't have any storms coming up unless you intend to fly that way. You want to verify airspace. You can use apps such as Before You Fly or AirMap. You can find both of those in the Play Store. Be aware of your surroundings. Know who and what are around you. It's not legal to fly over groups of people that aren't involved in your filming or flying, and you don't want to create a situation by making people mad at you if you do so. You may end up having something like this. Hey kid, come back here. Come back here. Also, don't get so caught up in looking up at the drone or down at your screen that you don't pay attention to where you're going. Otherwise, you and or the controller might make a trip to the ground. As always, I appreciate you guys checking out the videos. Go ahead and hit the like button and be sure to hit subscribe and the notification bell so you can be updated anytime we have new content.